Morning, guys. Morning. Morning, guys. Hello. How are you doing? Well, I will wait a couple of minutes to see how many of you show up for the session, okay? Show up for the session. So I'll be around for uh, these 2 minutes, okay? Let's wait a little bit for, well, in order to see how many people attend the session. Well, okay, guys, let's get started. Um, Today, well, as you know, I didn't have access to the platform, to the academic platform, Sajuna. But from this week on, I'm gonna have access, to this and to start working properly on our academic program and be in charge of all the activities and all the evidences required for this competence. In order to do that, I decided to start working on our questionnaires, okay? On our questionnaires one by one every week. Well, when it requires. And okay, so I went a little bit back to our the first questionnaire of GA3 of Learning Guide 3, which is questionnaire number 1. Okay, is GA3 2402025001 AA1 EV1. That is the first questionnaire of GA3. Es el primer cuestionario de la guía 3. Okay? So I am going to, well, explain you a little bit about the topics we are going to face when answering this questionnaire. Okay? I'm going to share the learning guide. This is the learning guide. Okay, is questionnaire GA3 240202501 EEAA1 EV1. That is the first questionnaire of Learning Guide 3. Okay? And in this questionnaire, you are going to face some important grammar issues about future, about conditionals, and about modals, and future. Okay, so we are going to have modal verbs and future. We are going and auxiliaries as well. So in this session, I will explain you some things about these topics, about auxiliaries, about future, and about modal verbs use. Okay? We are going to watch some videos for this purpose. Okay? And after that, I will share with you like well, it's a present I usually give to my to the people who attend the online sessions. Well, but I think it's not for you because you don't attend the session. So you watch the video later on. So, well, it will be required for you to enter the questionnaire, go to the questionnaire and answer the questionnaire. But before you do this, I want to explain you a little bit the topics you are going to face in the questionnaire. Okay? So let's start. I'm gonna start with a second. I'm gonna start sharing the first video. Okay? Remember, these videos, well, you will have the possibility to watch the videos later on. Okay? The video, this online session is being recorded for that purpose. Okay? So let's go to the video. I will turn the microphone off while we watch the video. Okay? After I will explain a little bit after the video.
My name's Ronnie, and I'm going to teach you some grammar. It's kind of a difficult grammar, but once you learn this overview of dun, 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 auxiliary verbs, English grammar is going to become easier for you, I hope. So if you're just beginning,
I will share the links for each of the videos with you through our chat box, ¿ok? En el chat box ustedes encontrarán los links para cada uno de estos videos porque, well, unfortunately, the videos, well, don't appear like crystal clear.
to learn English grammar, oh, stay in there. You can do it. Yuri, this goes out to you in Salvador, Brazil. Let's keep going, man. We have three auxiliary verbs that we use in English: be, do, and have. But the thing about the auxiliary verbs is that each auxiliary verb will tell us what kind of grammar we're going to use with it. So let's look at the first one. Be. So be in its form in the present tense is am, is are, negative am not, isn't, and aren't. These are present. The past tense would be present, or no, the past tense in the positive is was and were, negative wasn't and weren't. So how do we actually use this auxiliary verb? And the answer is we use it in two forms of English grammar. The first one is progressive. So if you have a progressive sentence, we have present progressive.
Hey, beautiful. How's it going? Crazy, right?
You need small talk training.
Past progressive and future progressive. Every time we have a sentence in English with progressive, we know we're going to use the verb to be. If our sentence is present progressive, we're going to use the present tense of the verb to be, is are, with a verb with ing. So, in English grammar, anything that's progressive or continuous is another word for the same grammar. It's always going to be an ing on the verb. The thing that changes and tells us the grammar is the verb to be.
Okay, in this part, she is explaining us how to use the verb to be in present progressive. When we say, I am eating, progressive, present, I am. She is eating pizza, present progressive. You are eating pizza, present progressive. They are studying English, present progressive. We are living in Colombia, present progressive. Okay, we are living, we are traveling, we are cooking, whatever it is. ing ending, okay, for the verb.
Be. Present is am are, but the past, we're going to use the past tense was and were plus verb ing. So
With was and were, which is the past tense of be. So I was eating pizza. I was cooking. I was walking. We were walking. We were dancing. They were swimming. Okay, so all the verbs are finished in ing. Okay, in past progressive and present progressive. She was dancing. She was driving. They were cooking. They were swimming. Okay.
progressive always have a verb ing. We have future progressive or future continuous. In this one, we're simply going to use the verb will. So in this one, we have will be plus verb ing. For example, I will be eating pizza. This tells
Future. I will be eating pizza. I will be dancing tonight or this afternoon, or I will be swimming this afternoon. I will be eating, I don't know, well, Mexican food, whatever it is. Okay. That's the future progressive.
us what's going to happen in the future. I was eating pizza was the past, and I am eating pizza. Something's happening now. That's present progressive. So the progressive will always have the verb to be, either past, present, or future, and it will always have an ing on the verb.
Todo el progressive, when we talk about progressive, they use the verb to be as auxiliary, okay? And the main verb y el verbo principal finishes in ing, okay? Well, let's go to another video, okay? I want to share another video with you. Um, I'm sorry. Okay, this way. Let's go through the modal verbs. Let me see modal verbs and future as well. Now let's go to the future verb first. The video first. So let me share another important video. Well, the woman
Recycling is great for bottles, not borrowed
trying
cents.
Hello, lovely students, and welcome.
to tell us talk about future, okay, and the different kinds of future possibilities in English, okay. So go to the video, please.
Welcome to English with Lucy. You're probably a bit shocked by the title and the thumbnail. Should be there's no future tense. Why should I stop using it? I'm going to talk about the future tense. Are you intrigued? Well, just saying the future tense is considered incorrect. Why? Well, because there's no such thing as the future tense in English.
She says that there is no such a thing in English. She says that this doesn't exist, future tense in English. Nevertheless, she's going to use some examples to talk about future, but not future tense, about the future in English, okay?
I know. If you look in most grammar books, you will likely see a section named something like talking about the future and not future tenses. In fact, there are only two tenses in English, the present and the past. These tenses are then further divided into aspects like continuous and perfect. We tend to call each tense plus aspect a tense. For example, the present perfect tense or the past continuous tense. It's just simpler to think about them like this, and it's probably what you've been taught at school and all through your English learning journey. Anyway, a key feature in English tenses is verb inflection. In the present tense, for instance, we add s to third person singular verbs, and in the past tense, regular verbs often get an ed suffix. For example, like, likes, liked. However, the future differs from the present and past tenses in a significant way. We don't have a specific verb inflection to indicate it. So there's no future tense, technically, but I think it's so much easier to think about the future as a tense in the same way as you think of the present and past tenses. So I'm taking a stand. This video is about the future tenses, and I'm going to explain how you can use them in English. And as always, I have created a free PDF. It's going to go through all of the future tenses. Yes, tenses, starting with will all the way down to the future perfect continuous. It's a really useful PDF to have. I think it's going to help you a lot. And I've also added a quiz at the end so you can test your understanding. Future you will thank you for downloading the future PDF. If you'd like to download that, all you have to do is click on the link in the description box. You enter your name and your email address. You sign up to my mailing list and the PDF will arrive directly in your inbox. After that, you've joined my PDF club. You will automatically receive my free PDFs each week alongside all of my news, updates and offers. It's a free service. You can unsubscribe at any time. Right, let's start with Will. Will is a very handsome man. And will is also a modal verb that can be used to talk about the future. We use it in what we call the future simple, future continuous, future perfect simple, and the future perfect continuous. The future simple, we have will plus base verb. We use the future simple to make predictions. We also use it to talk about decisions made at the moment of speaking, and we use it to make offers and promises. It will be a wonderful party, I just know it. The dog's getting a bit boisterous. I'll walk him. The contraction there. I will, I'll. And I'll get you another size to try on. Okay, let's move to the future continuous. This is will plus be plus ing verb. We use the future continuous to talk about temporary actions and events that will be in progress at a time later than now. For example, this time tomorrow, we will be sitting down to dinner at my dream restaurant. Or I'll be walking to work tomorrow as my car is at the mechanics. The future perfect simple, will plus have plus the past participle. We use the future perfect simple to talk about events that will be finished at a certain time later than now. It's like we walk into the future and then turn around and look back. I don't normally show you the back of my head. Do you want to know how I do this amazing knot? Maybe I'll show you one day. I have to do a lesson on hair. By the way, we don't typically call this a knot. We call this a bun. A knot is not something you want in your hair. Some examples. We will definitely have arrived by 7 p.m. Or they'll have already eaten before they come round, so we don't need to feed them. And the future perfect continuous. Will plus have been plus ing verb. We use the future perfect continuous to emphasize the duration of an event that will be happening at a time later than now. It's similar to the future perfect simple in that we look back from a time in the future. Again, another opportunity to show my bun. For example, in 6 months' time, we will have been working here for 7 years.
Okay, let me share this the link for this video as well. I will share it through our through our chat box as well. You know, that is the second one. Now let's move to the modals. Verbs. Okay, to the modals videos, please. Let me share the link as well with you on our chat box, please. Well, these links are for you to, well, to watch the videos anytime, you know. Later on, you will have the possibility to watch the video about talking about future, about modals use, about auxiliaries as well, you know. And finally, I will share a little bit of the questionnaire about for GA3 questionnaire. Okay, I will go back to the video. Okay.
Today we're going to talk about a class of auxiliary or helper verbs called the modal verbs. These are verbs that have special properties and help other verbs. But what is modality? My fellow grammarian, I am so glad you asked. Modality is when we use these verbs to express conditions on stuff. So we can use these verbs to determine if something is likely to happen or certain to have happened, whether or not something is possible or whether or not we have the ability to do something, whether or not we have the permission to do something, and whether or not we have the obligation or requirement or need to do something. You already know all of these verbs, I promise you. You just didn't know this name for them. Let's meet the modals. Roll call, here we go. May, might, must, can, could, shall, should, will, would. Those are the modals. So here's what modal verbs can do. Thing number one, they agree with everything. So you can take any one of these modals and you can use any subject in the world and it's not going to change, right? You take a word like talk, for instance, and you'd say, I talk, Diane talks, right? You add the S. But any subject in any sentence is going to take the modal verb the same way. Let me show you. I can do it, you can do it, she can do it, they can do it, we can do it. It's all the same. They agree with everything. Something else that modals do is actually something that they don't do.
Well, the video says here that we can use these modals and they don't change with any person, okay? That's the same modal with I, she, you, she, they, we can do it. Or we might do it, she might do it, okay? Everything, well, they don't change. Whereas if we use another verb, for instance, talk, and we conjugated the verb with different persons. So we say, I talk, Daniela talks, Christina talks, Peter talks on the cell phone, okay? But if we use she should study, we don't say we should, no, we should study, okay? They agree with every person and everything. Don't have a to. We are not required to write the word to or for in front of each of these verbs. Let's keep watching the video.
They don't have a to form. This is what we call the infinitive. So there's no such thing as to may or to could. That just doesn't exist.
Okay, okay, it's a mistake. Say to make or to cook or okay, or must to. No, must cook, must study, must follow the rules and whatever it is.
So modals don't have infinitives. You can't say I want to should. It doesn't. That is an illegal operation in English. It is ungrammatical. It doesn't matter what version of English you speak. Across all varieties of English, you cannot to should. And finally, a thing that modal verbs can do is indicate modality, which, like we said, establishes conditions. So let's take a look at some examples. So the word must, right? We can use the word must in a couple of different ways. So if you imagine a detective looking up from some tracks, some muddy boot prints on the floor with her magnifying glass, she looks up and she says, "He must have gone that way." That detective is using must to express like a likelihood, a high likelihood. This must have happened. But if you're at an amusement park and the roller coaster you want to ride has a height requirement, the sign probably says, "You must be this tall to ride the Doom coaster." This is like a necessary condition. By a similar token, if you enter someone's house and they demand that you take off your shoes, they would say, "You must remove your shoes." Similarly, with may, we can use may to express a possibility, like saying it may rain. That's something that could possibly happen, or to give someone permission, like you may enter. You can use a word like can to express ability. You could say, I can eat 10 pounds of broccoli, and that's expressing your ability to do a thing. We also use modal verbs like this to talk about conditions or stuff that isn't going to happen or maybe could happen. And so, for example, in this sentence, we would say, I would make the bed, but I'm tired. Because the possibility exists, however remote, that the bed would be made by me, but I don't feel like it. So I'm using would to offer an excuse. I'm saying this could possibly happen, this would happen, except for this one other problem, which is that I'm sleepy. You can also use modal verbs to give advice to someone, as in, shouldn't do that. And something that is special to will and to a lesser extent shall is that they can form the future. Shall used to be a lot more popular, and it still is in British English, but less so in Standard American. So you would say, he will win the competition, or he.
Okay, here in this video, they explain us, or he explains us the different possibilities, the different ways we can use these modals, may, can, would, shouldn't, will. You know, they are used for advice, for future possibilities, abilities, permission. They have different manners to use these models, okay? Well, let me this and I will move to another video, the last video, I think I will share with you this morning. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, this one. This is the last. Let me share the link for through our chat box to allow you to watch the video later on. Well, let's go to the video, please.
Modal verbs. Type modal verbs. Examples: ability, permission, advice, obligation, possibility, can, could. David can speak 3 languages. He could speak fluent French when he was 5. Can, could, or may. Can I sit in that chair, please? Could I open the window? May I borrow your dictionary? Should. You should visit your dentist at least twice a year. You should try to lose weight.
In this exercise, in the last one with should, is used for advice. You know, you should visit the dentist at least. It's an advice. You should try to lose weight as well. It's an advice.
Must or have to. I must memorize all of these rules about tenses. You have to take off your shoes before you get into the mosque. Might, may, could, or can. It looks nice, but it might be very expensive. Richard may be coming to see us tomorrow. Modal verbs asking permission.
Well, as you see there, this is an excellent summary of the uses of the different modal verbs. Okay, so it's a good thing to have into account for the exam you are going to take in after this online session, the GA3 exam. Okay, let's share the last video. I'm gonna share the last video. It's a short one as well. Well, parts of speech, this one, stop using. Okay, no, we already all the videos for this session. Okay, now to share with you the exam well, I already took the test and I want to share the result of this exam with you. And the these are the questions for the exam, you know, and what this was the score, 100 out of 100, 100 out of 100. So these are the questions, this is you future, the first one, morals, morals as well, future as well, conditional. This is the one conditional. We didn't see conditionals here. Future again, and reading comprehension questions for this exam. The exam has 15 questions, more 10 reading questions. Well, uh, 5 reading questions. Well, math, these are modals, have to math. We already work on them. Shouldn't, must, should. So these are the questions, all the questions for the test. Okay. I already took the test and having into account all the examples and all the videos um, we have in these videos, all the grammar in these videos, we can do a good job. Okay, guys? I hope this online session can help you a lot and will give you and can offer you a lot of knowledge and a lot of information, a lot of grammar for your exam and well, in order to have a successful exam. Okay. Thank you for attending for watching the video. And if you need to reach me, please do it through our academic platform through Sajuna. You can reach me, send me a message, and I can give you the answers as soon as I can. Okay, and as soon as possible. Thank you anyway. I hope this session will be helpful for you. Okay, bye guys. Have a nice weekend.